You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Joining us right now is Congressman Jim Clyburn of South Carolina. He joins us. Congressman, how you doing?
Roland, thank you so much for having me.
I am here in Tulsa, Oklahoma for the 100th centennial to commemorate the Tulsa race massacre. And part of the problem a lot of people have, Congressman, is that America has not properly created a victims compensation fund for the survivors and their descendants. The state of Oklahoma hasn't done anything. The city of Tulsa hasn't done anything. Folks say that they are tired of just trees and benches and murals and parks and events along those lines, that America needs to properly atone for its past, especially when you have survivors who still are with us. Your thoughts on that?
Well, once again, thank you very much for having me. But, you know, I don't disagree with any of that. I think that's what H.R. 40 is all about. John Conyers filed that bill every year. I've been in Congress now for almost 30 years. And John Conyers, I think, filed that bill every year that I've been there. When he was no longer in Congress, then we had Sheila Jackson Lee took up that legislation, and she's filed H.R. 40. Now, H.R. 40 is simply to establish a committee or commission to study this whole issue and make recommendations. And that's what we ought to be about. And I think you are very wise in using the term you just used, because people have allowed the word reparations to take on an ominous meaning. Reparations, the root word for reparations is repair. That's what the root word is. So how do you atone? How do you repair? I think you've heard me say this. I have studied Alexis de Tocqueville. De Tocqueville wrote a 2-volume work called Democracy in America. And I think you can sum up that work with one sentence from those 2 volumes. And it's this: America is not great because it is more enlightened than any other nation, but rather because it has always been able to repair its faults. Repair its faults. Tulsa was a fault. And Hamburg, here in South Carolina, was a fault. You know, I went to a little South Carolina state, and everybody talk about these HBCUs, but I had no problem. I'm shocked when I hear people say they never heard of Tulsa. I knew about Tulsa as a college student, and you know how old I am, so you know how long ago that was. I knew about Tulsa. I knew about Hamburg in South Carolina. What was the name down there in Florida? I knew about all these things, and I have studied them. In fact, the book that really got me kick-started on this history stuff was From Slavery to Freedom. John Hope Franklin, a native of Tulsa, Oklahoma. When I wrote my book, Blessed Experiences, who did I ask to write the foreword? And she did it for me, Alfred Woodard, a native of Tulsa, Oklahoma. So all I'm saying is I'm in touch with all of this. And I get a little bit disturbed when people come talking to me as if I'm a newcomer to this or I don't know what I'm talking about. I've known this stuff and I've studied it, and I work hard as I possibly can to do what we can to overcome it. So I'm a co-sponsor of HR 40.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have, you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.